Hello astronauts, or just our regular viewers. For today, we'll be asking you to take out your telescopes as we'll be observing a special landmass out on the edge of space known as 486958 Arrokoth, or more colloquially known as Ultima Thule. This space rock, which is the provisional designation of 2014 MU69, is a transneptunian object located in the Kuiper Belt. Coming in at 36 kilometers long, it is composed of two planetesimals with the names Ultima and Thule that are joined along their major axis. So get ready to explore one of our solar system's strangest objects, because today we'll be giving you the inside scoop with the top 10 freaky facts you didn't know about Ultima Thule on this episode of Super Freaky Science. To stay updated on our newest videos, don't forget to subscribe. Number 10. Ultima Thule is newly discovered. Ultima Thule was discovered on June 26, 2014 by astronomer Mark Buoy. Mark's group, which was known as the New Horizons Search Team, used the famous Hubble Space Telescope to facilitate its search. Observing the Kuiper Belt, the purpose of this search was to look for a target for its upcoming New Horizons space mission. Landing on Ultima Thule as their area of interest, it was chosen over two other candidates to become the primary target of this mission. Number 9. Ultima Thule is actually a nickname. For this strange space object, Ultima Thule is actually a nickname. The weird dumbbell-looking cluster is officially called Arrokoth. This unique name probably does not sound that familiar. This is because the word Arrokoth comes from the Powhatan language, which is a First Nations tongue that was extinct in the late 18th century. And although little recorded accounts of the language exist, an old word list from the time period denoted Arrokoth as being the English equivalent to the word sky. This name was chosen by the New Horizons team to represent the Powhatan people that are indigenous to the Tidewater region of the United States. They chose to do this because the New Horizons team is based in this area, and after gaining permission from the local elders of the Pamunkey Native American tribe, the name Arrokoth was proposed to the International Astronomical Union, officially approved and announced by the New Horizons team in a ceremony held at the NASA headquarters in November of 2019. It was during this ceremony that New Horizons principal investigator Alan Stern publicly explained the choice of the name. He stated, quote, "The name Arrokoth reflects the inspiration of looking to the skies and wondering about the stars and worlds beyond our own. That desire to learn is at the heart of the New Horizons mission, and we're honored to join with the Powhatan community and people of Maryland in its celebration of discovery. On our end, we like to see that NASA was both leaning forward towards discovery, but also acknowledging the past that brought them there via this special gesture." Number 8. Ultima Thule has many names. After the Hubble Space Telescope initially observed Ultima Thule, it was labeled by the rather uncreative name 111013Y. Unsurprisingly, this led to it being shortened to the nickname 11, for short by those who discovered it. However, this nickname didn't last long. You see, after 11 was chosen as a potential target of the New Horizons probe mission, it was then unofficially designated as Potential Target 1, or PT-1. It remained unofficially PT-1 until its official name was assigned by the Minor Planet Center in March 2015. The new name given was 2014 MU, with this designation only granted after NASA had gathered sufficient orbital information, with Ultima Thule being the 1,745th minor planet discovered during the second half of June of 2014 alone. It certainly had a lot of company, and this led to it not being named for a short while. But in the end, Ultima Thule was officially given the permanent minor planet name of number 486958. And although all of this numbering and name switching may be confusing, we're content to refer to it simply as Ultima Thule. Number 7. Ultima Thule Morphed shape. The first detailed image of Ultima Thule was described as a snowman by Alan Stern, who was one of the researchers working on the project. Now, the reasoning behind this nickname is because Stern described seeing two distinct lobes, both of which appeared spherical, hence saying it looked like a snowman. However, on February 8th of 2019, Ultima Thule was found to be flatter than initially thought. This was discovered based on additional images of Ultima Thule taken by New Horizons. Now, the flattened top lobe of Ultima Thule was described as a pancake, while the bottom lobe was described as a walnut. Interestingly enough, it was by observing how the unseen sections of Ultima Thule obstructed background stars that scientists were able to redefine the shapes of both lobes. And as of now, the actual cause of Ultima Thule's unexpectedly flattened shape is uncertain, although one possibility is that the two separate lobes were once rotating rapidly, causing them to become flattened due to the centrifugal forces. Number 6. Ultima Thule is neon red. Preliminary observations by NASA in 2016 found that Ultima Thule has a red coloration similar to that of other objects in the Kuiper Belt. However, Ultima Thule's color is even more red than that of the planet Pluto, and as a result of this intense coloration, it belongs to the ultra-red category of Kuiper Belt objects. Now, this strikingly red coloration of Ultima Thule is caused by the presence of a mix of complex organic compounds known as tholins that exist on the object's surface. These tholins are thought to have been produced from the photolysis of simple organic compounds and volatiles that were then irradiated by cosmic rays and UV solar radiation. As a result, it is actually the sun that is making Ultima appear neon red. Number 5. Ultima Thule is very smooth. The surface of Ultima Thule is smooth in appearance and doesn't even have any small impact craters, implying that there has been a lack of impacts or collisions with other objects. This is likely because impact events in the Kuiper Belt are thought to be uncommon. In fact, they're so uncommon that NASA estimates that the impact rate of the Kuiper Belt sits at just one collision every 1 billion years. In other words, significantly longer than even the Earth's. In short, this is due to the relatively slow orbital speeds of Kuiper Belt objects, meaning that even in the event of a collision, the impact speed would be very slow. Therefore, Ultima Thule's surface has likely remained almost perfectly preserved since its formation. However, keep in mind that the surface of Ultima Thule, while rather smooth, is a little harsher than Earth's. That's because said surface is primarily composed of mechanically strong substances, such as amorphous ice and rocky material. Therefore, despite being near untouched, its surface isn't quite as idyllic as it may seem at first. Number 4. Ultima Thule has hills, much like Earth. As mentioned before, Ultima Thule has 2 lobes, but what makes them unique is that the surface of each lobe displays various geological features, including troughs and hills. These geological figures are thought to have originated from Ultima Thule's composition, which consists of clumped up smaller planetesimals that came from the lobes of Ultima Thule. This means that Ultima Thule is really just a collection of small masses of rock that smashed together to create this single and, let's be honest, rather oddly shaped object. Number 3. Ultima Thule runs slow. While the Earth takes exactly 1 year to fully orbit around the Sun, Ultima Thule takes a whole 300 years to complete that same journey. Like we said, things are slow moving in the Kuiper Belt. This primarily occurs due to Ultima Thule being located much further from the Sun than the Earth is. Also, its orbit is rather unique due to it being almost circular, and this is mostly thanks to Ultima Thule's low orbital eccentricity. Now, what's cool about this orbit is that it's not only circular but also unlikely to change in the near future. We know this due to the simulations NASA ran in its Deep Ecliptic Survey, which suggested that Ultima Thule's orbit will not significantly change over the next 10 million years. Thus, it seems Ultima really does run on its own time, and a very slow time at that. Number 2, no one knows how big Ultima Thule really is. To this day, the mass and density of Ultima Thule remains unknown, and this is primarily because the 2 lobes are in contact rather than orbiting each other, making it difficult for NASA to give an accurate estimate. And although NASA could send a satellite to orbit Ultima Thule to help determine its mass, such a project has yet to be undertaken. However, if we assume that both lobes of Ultima Thule are bound by self-gravity, and that the mutual gravity of the 2 lobes overcomes the centrifugal forces that would otherwise separate the lobes, the entire body is estimated to have a very low density that would be similar to that of a comet. Therefore, based on these conjectures, NASA estimates that Ultima Thule is very small and light. Number 1. Ultima Thule was thrown together by the universe. Like we've said, Ultima Thule is thought to have originally been two objects named Ultima and Thule, and these two objects formed over time from a rotating cloud of small icy bodies. The New Horizons team suggested that the two objects were rotating rapidly, and over time, the rotation rates of the two objects gradually slowed down as they experienced collisions with other objects. Eventually, the loss of momentum caused by impacts and weight shifting to other bodies in the cloud caused the pair to slowly spiral closer together until they touched. The joints then fused together and formed the now famous snowman-like shape. Interestingly, the present appearance of Ultima Thule also indicates a lack of deformation of compression fractures. As a result, NASA says this suggests that the two objects merged very slowly, likely at a speed of 2 meters per second. For reference, this is so slow that it's equivalent to the walking speed of an average human, or, I don't know, a snowman? How fast do they walk? Thanks for watching Super Freaky Science, and don't forget to subscribe.